aspect of the law into consideration, a lot will go sour. And that is one of our core value and mandates. So we have been following the trends regarding the palace, the community, the kingdom, and every other aligned matters. So first of all, we have come to pay solidarity with you, and we know what happens at the background. We are fully abreast, even if we don't need to go into that. We are aware of how everything has been playing, who is at the background, who is at the forefront, who is being used, and so on and so forth. So we have come to let you know that whichever way, we know some matters are in court. As a lawyer, some matters that are in court should not be talked about to avoid us being roped in for content. But we know, as a matter of fact, that at the end of the day, God helping us, we know that our hidden expectation will surely come to pass. And that is why we have consolidated certain persons to make some inquiries, know how to come in, and if possible, get the government actively involved, because we also observe that the sociality of the palace needs to be properly enhanced to be able to draw certain influences and certain attention regarding this issue, because it involves a lot of approach, both the economic, both the political, and the social approach to get results. So that's why we have come here. 3 strong bodies are being represented here. My law firm, then a renowned human rights platform. So 2 renowned human rights platforms are being represented here, which is the BBI, very popular and renowned, both here and abroad. And we also have the GFA too. They will speak for themselves. But as a way of a proper introduction, we have come here to see how we can come in. Basically, the country is burning. So the earlier we start with, the charity begins at home. The earlier we start with our own domain, the better. So we want to see how we can come in and use every instrument, every possible instrument, which is quite ambiguous, but it means so many things. So every possible instrument to see how sanctity and sanity can be restored. In this setting, so many things influence the setting. The economic approach influences the setting. The social, which is now one of the strongest tools in the whole world, influence the setting. Then the political approach also influence the setting. So that's why we've come here for a brief chat and to brainstorm. So some persons will ask questions, I will also ask. But let me give them opportunity to do a proper introduction so that we can take off very briefly. Okay. Thank you so much for your warm reception.
Thank you. All right. Igwe, I think I'm a son to you anyway. I've been with you for a very long time, even from the SAGA. We'll be together. I'm humbling more than Marvin. I'm the Director General of Justice for All Citizens. We are with you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
You are good. Sit down. Thank you. You know my father. He's.
Are you sure I do?
My mom calls almost every morning. You know my interest in this case. You know. This time around, as of last week, we trended #1 on Twitter, Facebook, and otherwise. When my father was first arrested, the people like Jose Ona and others that were coming around, I told them, this battle, I appreciate the way everybody has been going about it, but it's time we go to social media. Because last year there was a movement, Nigeria shook, something that has never happened before. And so long as the narrative is oppression, we are dragging that narrative back to us. And Ugboko youths have been spread across the world, we are global, we are more than just the ones around. So, and I believe every one of us is your subject. People want to identify with success. people want that story. It's okay that we are in our trying times right now, but if we focus our energy well and project ourselves right to the world, people would want to work with us. People, investors will come here. Everything will come here because this is a good ground. NED is not a stupid man, sorry to say, for investing so much in his public image. He's a billionaire philanthropist without a company to his name. You and we have prominent people here. We have everything it took. When they told me, I told them let's go to social media, and they told me I should go and do it by myself. I said okay. I needed them to understand how easy it is. So I told my sister, it was on my mom's birthday when we went to the police station.
She has done a very fantastic
I
job.
told my sister to just cry. Just cry.
Yes.
On my mom's birthday in the police station, we were visiting. Now it's time to cry. Let's see. Then you saw what the people did, but we cannot continue crying. We cannot continue crying. We need an advocate. We need somebody that will keep the message, our message, out there. Somebody that will represent us well, represent us in the good light. That is why I'm here. I believe I can help. Because I'm the son of the soil. I'm very much personally interested and invested in this space. I'm a young boy. I'm a barrister. I'm a musician. I'm a creative mind.
Wow. Only you.
And we have many more.
No, I know. No, I'm impressed. Really, I'm impressed.
We have many more.
So, if it has taken this crisis to bring out people like, what's your name? Your first name? No, I'm talking of your name.
Nagozie.
If it has taken this crisis to bring people like him up, I'm seeing him for the first time. You know what that means? Meaning that he has not been showing up here. And that's an indictment on our youth. Some of them, of course. So, but I'm happy is, whatever the reason now, I'm happy as, I was very much impressed by what the sister did in the media. For the first time, one young girl was beating the whole opposition camp, hands down. To the extent that NED broke the rules, came up to deny himself. I mean, you don't deny if you're not really interested. You don't come denying what somebody is saying. That you understand. So I think we're on the right path. So let's hear from. No, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
No, sit down.
All right, sir. Okay. Obiagu, sir. My name is Harrison Gwamnishu.
Harrison,
Gwamnishu.
that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we are doing it.
Yes, face to face. Yes. Well, though personally, I'm not good in fighting land matters or anything, but I think these issues on ground now, something was able to something brought up these whole issues. And again, one thing we condemn so much in this town is people using power to suppress people because of little opportunity you have or anything, forgetting that God gave you, and just like this, God can just take it away from you, and when you are gone too, life continues. So, and reason why I'm here today because I feel when I've looked into the matter, we looked into the matter, we saw that there are power that be that is fighting the community. And again too, I learned that one man cannot cook for a whole community. It's not possible. But if community cook for one person, I don't know where he will begin to eat the food. And again, so another thing again is peace too, making peace. But if there's no justice, there won't be peace. So justice should come before we talk about peace. People are in custody, people are in prison because of something, and imagine somebody taking people being taken from this town to Abuja. They left the state laws, they left everything here
I want to take
and went straight to Abuja because they want to frustrate families, they want to frustrate the community.
yeah.
And this is what we're against. So why we are here today is to one to stand solidarity with you, because we've seen that the government too are not helping matters too. Because in such matters, government are supposed to, pull back, pull out, and bring these matters out to the public and let them see it the way it is. But someone is being, background fighting and rest of them too. And the same person is still saying that he's not involved. Oh, I did not write petition. I'm not in the statement and the rest of them. But you are the one bringing your powers and everything to make sure that you put people behind bars, and this is so wrong. So, like I told Dr. Favor here, I said we are going to do everything within our powers to make sure that we unravel the truth, bring out the truth in these matters, and see that even for those we are focusing on those detained in the cell, let them come out from the police cell, from the prison wherever they kept them, and let us fight this battle, together. So for now, there won't be peace without justice. So let's seek for justice first. Justice is one, getting those people who are in detention out from the prison, from the police custody. Then making sure that they get desired justice. They will now seek for peace too. Because you cannot be making peace while people are in custody and people are in cell, languishing in the prison custody for doing nothing. Right? Like Pamela, the who yes, we've been talking on social media for long, and who contacted Rugged Man contacted me and rest of them too. Who we are seeing how we can also pull more people together too, and let them see the case the way it is, that you know because people like yesterday were tagged on social media where they are saying that
Yes.
Ned
Both
was
of
not,
us. Both of
yes,
us were
that Ned was not
my
involved in
former.
this whole matter. But I'm telling everybody here that Ned NWOKO is the one sponsoring this whole case. So he has personal interest in this whole matter because of land forever and the rest of them too. And the beauty of it is that the community are not saying you should not invest in your community.
Yes.
No, but you should follow due
Properly.
process, due process, and stop using the powers you have to be able to put people behind bars. So, sir, here physically and spiritually, we are here to tell you that we are with you in this battle to the end. So nobody is buying us, nobody is paying us any money and say, oh yeah, go and give them money to keep quiet. When I made a post on social media about this whole matter, a lot of people from that side were calling me and said, Harrison, we are close to you, and we are our guys' boys. Please put down your post. I said, put down what post? Are people not in prison? Are people not in police custody? In fact, somebody even called us on the phone and said somebody is in RSS office, former SAS.
Yes.
For the past 2 months now, he has been in this RSS office opposite the airport, which we are working on to see why. That he was coming from Abuja and was arrested
No,
along
he
this
not. He was somewhere in Iseluku.
Iseluku.
He
And
just went from here. He went to do his normal business in
yeah,
Iseluku when they intercepted him.
and took him away. Has been in custody for more than 2 months now.
Exactly.
So these
They
are some
took
of
him
the
away about the same time they took Mr. Tejaku the second time.
wow.
Yes.
So after this meeting, we will still have a meeting that we cannot be able to share on camera. It's going to be something we're going to do behind the scene and bring out a report on this whole matter and send it to the appropriate authorities for them to look into. Then we'll give them ultimatum too for them to look into, because this is a matter that if not handled, there will be crisis. And I think the state government will not like crisis. We now have stuff happening in the southeast too, and I think this is time for state government to also step into to resolve these issues amicably, so everybody can to be at peace. So Abiago, thank you, sir, for allowing us to visit your palace. This is my first time coming to a palace and sitting there in a palace comfortably without
So,
yeah, without tension. So
so what we want to achieve is there are three strong things we want to achieve. That necessitated this journey or this mission. There's three key areas that we want to achieve. Number one, we want to ensure that justice is served. That's number one. Then number two, we want to ensure that peace is restored. And peace is very broad. It connotes a lot. Then number three, we want to ensure that the sociality of this terrain is properly enhanced. Now, if I will break it down, the peace. Let me start with peace. At the end of the day, some issues are in court, like you rightly said, but there are faster ways to adjudicate our matters, either outside the court or within the court, within the confines of the court. But if at the end of the day, the attention of government is thoroughly drawn, not just merely writing of letters and meeting council of traditional rulers. After all, my father is the chairman. It doesn't, those ones doesn't count. Meeting the deputy governor who is in charge, no, it goes beyond that. I want a very strong influence on the government to urgently set up by way of inquiry and see how this issue can be looked into. We all know how things, we all know how it works. We all know how it works. Yes, and we know the truth. What is it? You look at history. What governs the community? What governs their traditionals too? We all know. This is a simple thing. But why is it's been undergoing a lot of delays and unnecessary due process is what we don't understand. But we have a cure to that issue. And I think the cure is what we have come to introduce. So we'll be looking at that too, so that that area can be thoroughly done and the what should be done should be restored. Then the issue of justice. Justice sometimes is not only gotten through the courts, but justice is that persons, it may be a win-win, it may be a lose-lose. If that will be the last option, but justice should be served. At the end of the day, the pride of the palace should be restored. The persons that were unnecessarily and unjustly castrated should say yes of the truth. I was, at the end of the day, I'm satisfied. Then the issue of the sociality of the palace being properly enhanced is identifying those influencers in the kingdom. It may not be those that really have money per se, but identify those persons in the kingdom that have the instrumentality to launch the kingdom into limelight. That is what we have come to look into. So this is our aim and objective regarding this mission. Ado.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
What of this man? Is he not part of it?
No, he's my crisis manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
But introduce yourself at least so that if you don't
My name is Koji Irimuti. I'm a Robo Boy and I'm his manager.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Yeah. There's one thing I've observed because my family were invested.